Hello everyone. It's been a while since I did one of these videos, but with all the kerfuffle going on TikTok at the moment, I want to make more content which is easily accessible for my US friends. I've got so many followers who are in the US, so many friends that I've made, and honestly, the thought of them just disappearing from an app and not being able to engage with them anymore is a bit sad. So I'm hoping we can find each other somewhere else. It's a new year, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, and I thought the best video to kickstart my YouTube channel again would be my plans for 2025, including my reading goal. Now, my reading goal last year was only 12 books, and that was because I was writing a lot. I published 2 books last year, and I was only expecting to publish 1, so I'm very proud that I, in fact, managed to at least double my reading goal. Highlighting some of the best books I read. Chestnut Spring series, easily all day. I absolutely adore this series. When the Moon Hatched, perfect. Especially if you're a epic fantasy lover with huge world building. Absolutely love those. I'll talk about them in another video. So as far as 2025 goes, I think I'm being a little bit ambitious. Last year I published the Faerie Guild Trials. And I also published just before Christmas A Spark in the Shadows. Both of these are the first book in duologies. However, they are slightly interconnected, which you'll find out about at another point. So I'm writing both sequels at the same time. I've just finished a novella for A Spark in the Shadows, which my readers will be so happy to learn about because it's based before A Spark in the Shadows starts. So those are 2 of my main writing goals, and I'm pretty on track for them. The biggest one, which everyone will be questioning, is where is Truth of the Hollow, book 3 in my Stag and Hollow Chronicles. This is my Dragon Shifter series, it's epic romantic fantasy. This is the series I've promised will rip everyone's heart out. And I think that's slightly why I've put off finishing it so quickly, is because I'm terrified of your reactions. But I've had all the beta feedback back. I'm currently working through that. It is nearly done. It's nearly done. And it's been a painful process. I've cried so much over writing this book. So much to the point that my husband Kai turned around and was like, "Babe, you've been crying for 4 hours." And I was like, "I know. It just hurts that much." So I apologise in advance. And I'm so glad none of you know where I live, because you're going to want revenge. So besides writing, I do have some highly anticipated books to read this year. This is a very exciting year for fantasy lovers. Besides the fact that we have Onyx Storm coming out next week, there's also Sunrise on the Rebrand, the next installment in the Hunger Games series, which I cannot wait for. I love Haymitch in the books, and I can't wait to actually read about his games. Let's not forget Sarah A. Parker's book, the second book, A Ballad of Fallen Dragons After When the Moon Hatched. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And those are just 3 off the top of my head. There are so many more coming out this year that I cannot wait to read, which is going to make writing so difficult because it's going to take up my time. And this is a problem with an ADHD girly. Like, I sit there in the evening and I'm like, now what do? Do I game? Do I read? Do I write? It's so difficult to have this many hobbies. What do I do? If you're looking forward to a book this year, which I no doubt you all are, let me know in the comments what one you can't wait for. So besides writing, I am actually attending Fiction Fans and Ballgowns in March. I can't wait. I attended my first sign-in event last year at British Book Bash, which was the most amazing experience. I cannot compliment the organisers enough, considering it was my first one. I'd never even been to one as a reader. It was outstanding. I had the best time. I made amazing new friends, met amazing new authors, So I'm really excited for the sign in March for fiction fans and Ballgowns, because some of the same authors go in. So I can't wait to meet up with them again. Are you attending any sign-ins this year? If so, especially if they're in the UK, let me know which ones so I can have a nosy and see if I can attend, hopefully, a future year. Am I writing anything other than the books you know about? Well, a few people may know this, but I've had a bit of a rebrand lately, only because I am writing contemporary romance. So this was a decision I didn't take lightly. I spoke to different authors and did thorough research on what would be the best route into this. Would it be creating a different pen name and publishing under that? Or should I just have a rebrand of my current name and publish everything under the same thing? It wasn't an easy decision. However, I am neurodiverse, I have ADHD, and I do struggle to keep up with social media now as it is, with posting, cross posting, best times to post on either platform. And I do struggle with it because for some reason my brain thrives and works a lot more in chaos than it does with organization. However, I would love to be organized. Maybe I just need to be medicated. So I've decided to stick with GL Preston as my overall pen name. I will not be creating another pen name for my contemporary romance. When it comes to publishing and social media and how that's going to look different on my grids, etc., probably will overwhelm me and spin me out. But that is the decision I've made. So, what contemporary romance am I writing? I hear you ask. It is an interconnected series. They're standalones. You don't have to read all of them. There are 4 books in the series. They will be based in the UK, mostly in Wales. I don't read too many contemporary romances that are based in Wales, and I just thought, considering I'm Welsh, it would be nice to do one close to home. It follows a group of friends. Each book follows one of the women in that friendship group. There will be a billionaire romance, which is enemies to lovers. There will be a second chance romance. It is going to be amazing. I can't wait to put it out there and start throwing little hints out. I'm also working on a new epic romantasy. I don't really want to share too many details about it because it's probably been my favourite thing to start writing. But if you're a lover of like When the Moon Hatched, my Stag and Hollow Chronicle series, then this is the kind of book you're going to love. It will not be a sweet romantasy series. It will be a dark romantasy series. It definitely will be enemies to lovers. And that's as much as I can share. So look out for that secret project because I'm genuinely so excited for it. Publishing wise, I haven't got dates for book releases yet, but I am planning on releasing Games of the Faerie Queen, the second book in the Spark and Shadow series. Publishing wise, I haven't got dates yet for releases. However, I am definitely planning and working hard to get these books finished. So it will be Games of the Faerie Queen next, book 2 in the Light and Shadow series, which is a sequel to A Spark and Shadows, the novella for A Spark and Shadows, and Truth of the Hollow from my Stag and Hollow Chronicles. Those are the most important ones. There are a couple of little short stories I'd like to put out. So yeah, fingers crossed. As always, especially if you're one of my US friends, don't make me miss you too long. You can follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me on here. I just want to be able to keep engaging with you guys because it's just gonna suck if the clock app does kick you off it. So follow me on Instagram. I've got a spoiler group over on good old Facebook if you want to check that out as well. I share snippets from the books I'm writing and everything. Basically, if you do not mind spoilers, or if you're craving just more information about the books, go and join that group. So yeah, those are my plans for 2025. And I can't wait to get started, share more of my books with you guys, and I hope it excites you as well. But I'd love to hear what your reading goals are for this year, any books that you're really excited about, books that I haven't heard of, especially if they're indie books. Share all the indie love. So share those with me down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And yeah, I'll be back with you soon.